Hi everyone. So we're getting a new kitten possibly this weekend, maybe next weekend. And if anybody is going to rush to judgment, if you listened to the last episode and you found out that like one of our cats died Monday, was it? And today's Friday, very quick, you know, dead cat to kitten turnaround ratio in my books that I've ever had. But before you judge, do you remember Patton Oswald years ago? His wife Michelle died, and I want to say it was within 6 months, a year tops, when he started seeing somebody else. And I remember people giving him such shit for it. Like, your wife died, and don't you miss her? Why are you already moving on? And like, that was so annoying because you don't fucking know what's going on with people. Like, look at Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. I don't know how much longer that one's gonna last, but like they found each other when they were both going through like separations and divorces, and so you can't sit there and put a time on when it is or isn't appropriate to move on. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that standard to cats. Um, Here's some crazy shit. So I had talked about how Alicia surprised me with like how much of a connection she had with Morpheus. She said he was she said he was her co-regulation buddy. Because she goes to bed so fucking early because she's got a job she's got to get up for. And Morpheus always went to bed with her, and it was like a whole thing, and I didn't know that, they were attaching that way or whatever. Like, this sounds weird to say, but if you knew my wife, this is very surprising that she has this love for cats. Like, where did this come from? How come I didn't know about this? So she was looking for new cats. I was like, oh my God, really? Like, you're that sad? This is so cute. And unfortunately, she wants another black one. So much for the fucking orange army I'm trying to raise. Cause the black cats are nuts, man. Like, every black cat I've ever come across is fucking crazy, and like the gray ones are not that far behind because we have Bitchy and she's fucking nuts too. And Morpheus was crazy like his first few years with us, but she picked out another black cat. It's 12 weeks old. The lady lives in like near us, so we're gonna get him either this weekend or next weekend. Because oh man, our new kitten Phil, he's 7 months old, and this is the first time I've experienced like seeing a kitten go through like grief. Um, I feel so bad. Like, I would almost rather he like walk around and meow 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 looking for Morpheus, but he's been completely silent except when he makes his other noises, which I'll talk about another time because it's cute. Um, but like he's just wandering around lost. He's going to the same places where they would sleep together, they would play together. Whenever it's time to come out for food, he used to jump on Morpheus and like they would fight, like play fight. And he doesn't have that, so he's trying it with like the other cats. They've already isolated him because just I thought he was going to come in with some manners, but stop. Hey, those are kicking. Sorry. Hey, ripping shit off my walls, man. Oh, I can't wait till we get another kitten. Oh no, that means two of them are gonna rip shit off my walls. This cat has just been like, oh my God, he's going around like tearing like crap off the walls. I have like stickers, like it's embarrassing. I have like other things like posters, not like teenage posters, but like I had one of Tegan and Sarah. This motherfucker jumped up and like there's just tore off a chunk of Tegan's face, and so I have to throw a bunch of shit out now. And he's going around like tearing wallpaper off, like not wallpaper, paint. Um, so he's trying to, I guess, deal with his sadness in the only way he knows how. And that's exactly like, that's how kids don't know how to, not that he's like a human child, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just sad to see this poor little kitten. I brought him into this home. Well, we brought him into this home, and he made this friend, and that friend had never had any friends before, and it was just like magical, and it felt like Phil filled a hole. And I thought like, okay, we're good for like at least a little while, like longer than this. because I know we have a couple of older cats too, but like I felt like that hole was filled and then Morpheus died and I'm like, what the fuck? And poor Alicia, she's like, do you think that like maybe we're only supposed to have 3 cats at the most? And she was serious. I was like, no, the universe doesn't work that way. They're not like, oh, you have too many. Phil, I'm going to beat you. Excuse me while I close the door. I don't know how to pause. You're gonna have to go. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Oh, that's so I'm so unprofessional. So sorry about that. I didn't know how to pause this thing. Oh, there's the pause button. Oh well. Oops. You would think this many episodes in I'd have my shit together. I had to close him out because ooh, he can jump high and so much stuff is coming off my walls. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, the cats thing. Yeah, so like that's kind of funny coming from Alicia because I was like, we have to at least have 5. And she always was like, more than 3 is too much, but apparently she likes to have more than 3 now. And I was like, that's so sweet, but the universe isn't going to sit there and punish us because we have more than 3 cats. Like we're nice people. It doesn't work that way. Um, but I am excited that Phil is going to have like a friend. They're young, they can grow up together hopefully as long as nobody dies soon. And I hope his sadness gets alleviated a little bit because this is just, oh, my heart's breaking for this guy. And it's okay that he's being an asshole. He doesn't know how else to handle his feelings. Oh, I've never seen a kitten wander around sad before. Kittens are supposed to be happy. So, anyways, we got a new one coming, and it's a weird feeling because I know it's not a replacement, but I know that this is going to fill Alicia's heart because she's so excited. She's still been crying. Like, not that, there's a time limit, but like the way that she's responding to this death is the about the way I responded to Hades' death. So, um whatever makes her happy. But anyways, I'm probably spent more time talking about cats than what I got on here for today. Fucking Storescapade. So, like, I'm sure you missed those if you've been following along. I do these every so often. I haven't in a long time because I haven't had to fucking go inside stores, really. Um, and we needed to get more cat food for the older cats. And the only food they like is like Aldi's premium cat food. Um, they won't eat anything else because I guess they've gotten spoiled on that. So I go to Aldi's because you can't do Instacart. You can't go online and you can't order the food to be picked up because for whatever fucking reason, they don't have the pet food on their site. Like they have the dog stuff, but like not the cat stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I have to go into the store to get the cat stuff. Like, why are you like discriminating against cats? I have to go inside the store to get this fucking premium cat food because you can't put it on your website. So I can just like have some convenience and, look at me complaining about shit that doesn't matter. But, anyways, I go inside the store and I'm just like, okay, I just got to get a whole bunch. And then every 2 weeks I go back and I get a whole bunch more. And I did my best to count them. Like I can't believe I'm doing an episode about this. I guess this is ridiculous, but so I go over to the cat section or the food section, and the normal size of a tin of cat food is 3.5 ounces, and they've got beef, salmon, and chicken. And the cats love it, so that's what we feed them. Now they have round tins. The other ones are like squarish, kind of. I'm not good with the shapes, but like round, I know. And they got these new ones, and they're round, and they're 0.5 ounces less food than the other ones, but they're charging the fucking same price. I didn't see any different price over there. And I was like, what the fuck? So, like, it's hard enough for me to count and try not to lose it, especially in a store with people around me. And I'm over here, like, hoarding the cat food, just shoveling all in my little, um, Aldi's bag thing that I carry or whatever. And so I counted 65, and then I tried to count up as much of the round ones as I could, but I didn't. I lost count. So I go online, and I'm not gonna go check out my own. No, I'm going to go to the person that's gonna scan this shit for me. Because wouldn't you know, somebody came over and they were like, "Do you know? There's a couple of self checkouts over there. Like you could go over there." And I'm like, I was polite. I was like, I realize I can go over there And if I wanted to, I would be there, but I'm right here. So thanks anyways. So, no big scene there. Um, because I've had some scenes in that store before. But so I get up there and I have all the cat food in the Aldi's thing. And I take out one of the square ones and one of the round ones. And I told the lady I have a total of 65, but 23 of the round ones. Because they apparently want you to like count it up yourself so that they don't, because they're known for like their efficiency, like, getting people checked out and moved on. And it baffles me that they trust people with like coming up with their own numbers. Excuse me, sorry. Like, I could get 70 and tell them 50 and they wouldn't fucking know because they're not counting. Like, why do they trust like that? Um, so I counted 65. I waited for the other person in front of me and I counted about 23 of the small round ones. I was pretty sure I was close. So then she's like, "How much?" When it's my turn. And so I hold up both of them, the square and the circle, and I say 65 total, but 23 of the round ones. Well, this bitch was also just as bad as math as I am. And I was really hoping that she wasn't. And she's like, "So what's that?" Like, what, 65 minus 23? I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "Does anybody have a calculator around here?" And I'm like, "You don't?" So I pulled out my phone and I'm already in panic mode because there's a long line behind me. This is involving math. This was unexpected. Like, I don't understand what's going on right now. Like, why couldn't you just do the simple math in your head and then charge me accordingly? Because the other round ones are smaller and they should be cheaper. And so, like, it took me a while to remember the fucking, like, my face wasn't, I couldn't open my phone. I was like, do I put a pin in? Do I look at it? I'm looking at it, but the lock is not unlocking. So like, what am I supposed to do? And like, I'm just like fucking moving this phone back and forth, like, in front of my face looking like a fucking wacko. And I finally get it unlocked and I go to the calculator and I do 65 minus 23 and then I tell her and then she gets confused and she's like, "So you mean you have 23 of the square ones?" And I'm like, "No, 23 of the round ones and 42 of the square ones." This went back and forth for a few seconds and the lady behind me was like, "Don't worry, I'm not good at math either, so this is just amusing to me." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is embarrassing." And so we went through all of this. It was a whole thing. I was embarrassed. I mean, I get embarrassed pretty easily, but I don't like to draw attention to myself. And so I go through all of that, get to my car, put the shit in my car, and then look at the receipt. She charged the fucking same amount for all of the food. She didn't give me like a cheaper price for the 3-ounce cans versus the 3.5-ounce ones. And so I'm like, A, she did this shit on fucking purpose because she doesn't know what's going on. She didn't know that there was different kinds of cat food over there and what the prices should be. So she just charged me the same price for all of them. Or like, B, she really is that bad at math, and that's probably something I would do if I didn't know like what I was doing. So should I be that mad? And then C, there's a chance I might have miscounted and there's more than like 23 of the round ones. So like, I don't know, maybe it worked out. This is the point of the episode, was just this story. You're welcome. In case you wanted a new Storescapade, it's hard to just explain. How the fuck can I just not go to stores and get stuff and then go and pay for it and then leave and then there not be an issue? I have been doing so good too. Um, But like, putting me on the spot with math, you know what, motherfuckers? It's one thing to have self checkouts where you have to go and do your own shit and like you don't get paid for it because like I'm lazy, like whatever. But like, it's another thing to ask the customers to tell you a number of how many cans because I'm lucky if I can fucking remember the number by the time I leave the aisle to get to the register. So like all the way there, I was like 65, 65, 65, 65. Don't forget that number is 65, 65. And then I counted the cans, the little ones, and I was like 23, 23, 23. Like, because numbers, I don't do good with those. And they really should just, I don't care how long it takes, fucking scan them yourselves. You guys will probably not lose money because I bet you people are telling you that they have less than what they do. And I don't really work that way. I wish I did. Oh, do I wish I had that? Like, oh, you want to trust me? Okay. I'll go get like 20 more, but I can't do that because that's not right. That's just wrong. But they should really fucking scan them. And not to mention, all these people gets to sit. They get to sit at the registers. So just scan every single one individually. Just do it. Don't make us count. Don't. It's so hard. And I don't know if this episode is going to be meaningful to anybody, but I still have issues with fucking stores. And you know what? If I had done a podcast back when I had a job, like where I worked with people, I probably would have lost half of you by now because I would have, oh, I was terrible. Oh, I would have had so much to say about those people. It would have been a very negative podcast. So thank goodness Storescapades are as bad as it gets, I suppose. But anyways, that's really all I had. Oh, I do have one more thing. Um, I did this mini course. It's a different one. It's about like how autistic people think, like why we think the way that we do. And it's only 15 bucks. I will have the link somewhere wherever all the other stuff is for this episode if you want to check it out. Don't be it's not one of those you get what you pay for because I know 15 bucks is pretty cheap, but I don't think it should be expensive to learn about different parts of yourself, like different aspects of autism. I don't think that price I came up with the big one before was ridiculous. And I think it shouldn't be expensive for you to learn about yourself. But it also would be nice to get a little bit of pocket change on my end. So, you know, if you want to help out with that, that would be much appreciated. But the course has 10 modules with 3 lessons each, 30 worksheets, and about an hour of audio all tallied up. And it's just little parts like I've broken down the way that we think and why our thinking is logical to us and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not good at explaining things with my mouth. So that's as good as it gets for right now. So if you could maybe go check it out if that's something that interests you. Um, that would be appreciated. And thank you for. I've gotten a few comments about like uh, losing Morpheus. Thank you very much. This really means a lot. Um, I really just like. I secretly really just want to do like a bunch of episodes about my cats, like. But like, I almost want to do another podcast and just talk about my fucking cats. But like, what purpose does that serve? I could go on and on and on about the lives of these cats, the things I've uncovered, their personalities. Like, I know everything about these motherfuckers. Except for Phil, I'm still learning him. But does anybody think that's weird? Would anybody listen to that? Does anybody else have podcasts that are just about their cats? Um, that was just a random thought. Thanks if you got this far. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your kind words that you've sent me, and for taking the time to just listen to my fucking nonsense all the time. I appreciate it. Um, okay, okay, bye.